So we've been doing repressed messages, and what's kind of been happening is as I've been cleaning up the reading before or just getting ready to pull cards for the next reading, like messages are coming out. And so I wanted to light the sage because if you've been watching the last few readings, they've been very similar because the energy has been similar. And so I wanted to light something to like clear that energy. And like I wanted to, first I was going to light the Palo Santo, but then I thought, the sage would probably be better. I ended up lighting both, but while I was lighting them, see, look. As I was lighting them, I've been channeling music lately. I did this like music project and it's got me like hearing songs now, songs that I didn't even hear when I was doing the music project. And so when I was lighting the Palo Santo, I heard Light My Fire by The Doors. I heard Come On Baby, Light My Fire. Now I'm going to pull cards on that. Let's see what's up. All right. Yeah, so you can see that candle a little bit. I'm going to push it back just a little bit. A few readings ago, we put it out on accident with a card. Trying not to do that. It's funny because all morning the cards have been flying out and now they're acting a little funny, and this one flew out and went back in. What is this? I'm going to stick this here. Flew out, went back in, but then somehow found a way to come out again. So we're going to stick that there. So we got this Five of Pentacles in reverse next to this Hanged Man. I wanted to say this is too many cards and I wanted to put them back, but no, they're telling me to take them. So I got this Page of Swords in reverse. I have this Nine of Wands upright. I have this Six of Wands upright. I got the Knight of Swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7 is the Unknown card. Would have liked to put that one back. So the repressed messages, I kind of felt like a negative energy was repressing messages. Just because sometimes when it's, when I feel like it's my guides or something, I just yield. There's been times when I didn't want to. Like, there's been times when they told me to back off shooting videos, and I was like, well, can I just shoot videos and then release them later? It was just kind of like, can I cheat somehow? Is there something I can do? And they'd be like, well, you can do what you want, but we don't want you to be seen right now. And I was kind of like, okay, well, you're hurting my channel. Oh, I didn't even see this. Alrighty then. So we have the Ace of Swords upside down. We have the Queen of Swords upside down. We have the King of Swords upside down. And we have the Eight of Pentacles upside down. And I just heard it again. Come on, baby, light my fire. Interesting. Nine of Pentacles and Judgment. Come on, man. Give me more than that. I'm going to pull the third row, and then I might pull some more of the other cards. Alright, I want to look at this for a second. So we got a Major Arcana. We got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. We got this Page of Swords in reverse next to it. Nine of Wands, Six of Wands, Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords upright, right? Knight of Swords. Okay. And then we have this. Is that the 10? No. That's weird. Six of Pentacles, for some reason, for a moment, looked like the 10 of Pentacles under this Hangman. And then this Ace of Swords underneath. So Ace of Swords underneath the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So Ace of Swords in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse, King of Swords in reverse, Nine of Wands. This person who's singing to me, you can see that there's no cups on the table, right? We have wands. I have wands. I have 9 of them. I do have 6. But I have 6 amongst all these other cards. And I do have a 10 of cups. But we put it over there. This person sees everything they're missing. They see all these swords. They are not even getting the truth from another, because I see that they can see the truth for themselves. It's almost like pictures in front of them. And when they look at them, they know what they're looking at. Look at this. The Unknown card again. Out of both decks. The other deck, which deck? So that's that deck. This deck doesn't have an Unknown card. Okay, here we go. Now I can see who we're talking to. Yeah. Yes, I have this quality. I have this quality. I know about it. I know that. You know what I'm getting? Okay, so I don't know, back in the day. When I first had my spiritual awakening and I learned about like people's relationships like sort of being ripped apart, for lack of better words, you know, it's kind of the idea of not wanting to date because you don't want to be with somebody that you really like and then have to break up with them to go be with like your twin or whatever's going on, or your true love or whatever. You know, I don't want to date until I meet the right one. I'm just going to stop now. Like that kind of mentality. You know, I feel like a lot of people knew. I feel like, so I thought that with that kind of thing on the table, like that kind of energy, the idea of it, I felt like a lot of people were going to like wake up and then like leave their relationships. And by wake up, I just mean, oh, I see, I was in this and I didn't like it. And now I want to get out. Or I was in this and I liked it for a while, but now I see what's really going on and you know, I don't like it. So waking up. But I feel like in this particular situation, and I'm getting this more and more, and also this seems a lot like sometimes like it's coming from a male energy, but I feel like they always knew. They didn't need to wake up. They always knew that they were missing something, or they always knew what they wanted and they settled for something less, and they always knew. We have a lot going on here. So the extra cards that came out, so we got choices upside down on top of this Judgment upside down and this we're not going to tell you card, right? And then I've got the Death upside down with the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Wands, Judgment, and the World. I really feel like this person saw it. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm in it and now I see. No, it was, all right, well, I'm going to settle for this because I don't think I can do anything any better, but it'll be fine because my life will be normal or whatever it is. Well, and then something happened where it either wasn't, or something big enough happened where they kind of like realized that they weren't susceptible to, they weren't, I don't necessarily take this as a betrayal. I just take this as something where it's like, damn, I'm still pulling the knives out of my back, which yes, could be considered a betrayal, but it's more of like a pain. Something happened that hurt. So it could be anything. It could be anything that was on purpose or not on purpose, or that was like life, you know? And I think what happened was this person kind of said, what am I doing this for? Why would I bother if this is all there is? And they knew that that was all there was, because that's how they were setting it up. Yeah, and they knew that it could change. This does not know how it wants to be. It's like the best of times, the worst of times. Okay, so maybe not 100% broken heart. This is more like My heart aches for something that I've been wanting that I denied myself in the beginning. So I know I denied myself this in the beginning. I'm not blaming anybody else for not producing it. But now that I'm really missing it, or now that I've suffered the consequences of not having it for a while, because this was something that I thought I could deny, or maybe didn't know about it in the very beginning but figured it out later kind of thing. It's a possibility that I just said, you know what, this is not what I want. Sometimes we even just get like a balance of, like a notion of balance. Then we kind of look at our situation and then we say, no, this is not balance. So even if we don't like it and we don't, know what to do about it necessarily, we know that it has to change. And again, if we're not being hurt, I mean, we have these swords in our back, but like I said, it's not like somebody keeps sticking us. It's kind of like it's been there so long. It's like acupuncture, right? You can drive all the way home with that shit in your side, and then when you go to take your pants off, go, oh shit, there's a needle in my side. It's like that. It's like that. And it might not have shown itself very well because it was in matters of, I was going to say sex. That's not what I meant. I meant more like passion. And so passion didn't always get a chance to come up, so it didn't always show itself. And I don't know why when that deceit card came up, I got that someone might have been giving passion to another, causing this person to feel, like I said, hurt. Not stupid, though. Sometimes people know when someone does something to them, or they tell the wrong person something. This could even be like a lover. You tell the wrong person. You tell them something about you that's very personal, and then they use it against you later. It doesn't even have to be anything you did. It could just be something that they know is like your pain point, and then they use it. And you kind of look at the situation and you go, this person isn't on my side. This person isn't my friend. So we might have picked somebody that we thought was a good companion, because, they looked good on paper or whatever. And then we realized that they were psycho. I don't know why I got that from Happy Family upside down. I don't get a psycho person on the table. Well, that's not true. I got this King of Swords here with this Queen of Swords. They're both in reverse. Those are a couple of psychos. But I'm not necessarily getting like a psychotic influence on the person here. I think that this is more of just hey, I'm missing passion. I'm missing passion. I was going to say it's not on the table, but it is. It's one of these extra cards. Along with our swords. Our death in reverse, which means this is going to continue if we don't end it. We also have the World and this Judgment card on the side as these extra cards. So regardless of what this reading does or doesn't want to show us, it's showing us plenty with this Wheel of Fortune here and these like 7 of Cups upside down. This person doesn't have a choice. They're not going to stay in this. I don't think they can. I'm not even sure how if they could recount how they've stayed in it for as long as they have. Yes. We were talking about balance. That's not balance. That could be enough for the person to want to get out of it. Yeah, see. And it's a possibility, too, that the situation is starting to irritate them. King of Swords in reverse. I don't know what's going on. It's a possibility. There's 2, I'm not telling you, cards on the table. So there's a possibility that this person could be in utter chaos, aside from being unhappy and not feeling like they have many choices, or not having many choices, being stuck in something that is not going to end, and they're having a hard time keeping up with it, and they're at a point where they're getting tired of it. They're getting tired of people running circles around them. It's not even the right kind of circles. It's not the right kind of people. Lead the way. We got growing up upside down. We got the right way upside down, and a moment's regret upright. Letting other people run the show. Yeah, every time I try to stick my nose into something to get to what something else to fill in a blank, I get stopped by that card or this card. So I can tell you sometimes that when we do find out certain things that are going on with certain people, and this might even be somebody you haven't met. I mean, I don't see it on the table, but this could be anybody. This energy is kind of just floating around in the ethers. I think that the main thing here is that someone, because we do pick up to a certain extent, this channel is interested in ascension energy, you know. This could just be someone's simple ascension, and that we don't need to know what will trigger us. Sometimes we don't get told because we'll get like discouraged. Like, let's say this is a person we want to come towards us, but we go, oh, they're going through this and this. Oh my God, they're never going to show up. Meanwhile, they're like, so not on. They're coming. Right? So sometimes they don't show us because it's weird. The air of it is, what is happening behind the scenes is of no consequence to you. This is something that someone else has to go through to find themselves and be able to move through this energy to attain the goal, the, what do you call it? The scholastic goal that this person wanted to reach for themselves. This energy that we don't want to tell you about has nothing to do with you. And if it does, it still doesn't. I don't want to explain that. All right, we've talked about it before. We'll just talk about it again. So let's say you do know this person. Let's say you know exactly what's going on. Let's say that this is people talking bad to them about you. And you kind of feel like, hey, man, don't say that about me. I'm better. I'm this. I'm that. These cards are saying you don't need to know that anyone's talking bad about you. You don't need to defend yourself, even if you're not even triggered and you just want to defend yourself to defend yourself. These cards are saying that it's part of your journey to not defend yourself here, and it might be part of their journey to defend you, or it might be part of their journey to listen to what someone has to say and then make their own decisions. Either way, if you come in and you defend you or you defend them, you take away their opportunity to learn that lesson that they wanted to learn. And so you're blocked. You're blocked from that. So even if they're talking bad about you, it still has nothing to do with you. That's what I mean. So a lot of times too, I have tried to defy this energy. I kept asking questions in sheep's clothing. And sometimes I'll get a little bit, but I won't get what I really want. So I've learned to just not ask. So, yeah. We're going to leave this one there. Let's see. Let's give them an opportunity to say anything else, because this is like a kind of like a background energy that isn't really asserting itself. They barely told us who they were. They didn't really, because I just know that this is someone who wants passion, and I suspect they want love too. They want passion with someone they love. Yeah, see, we got the Empress, we got the Nine of Cups, which is wish granted. We've got this Five of Cups energy, which came out in reverse, but for some reason feels upright. Then we have this Knight of Pentacles. This Knight of Pentacles also came out in reverse. So Knight of Pentacles is usually standing around, and he's in reverse. There's Queen of Cups, Judgment. I feel like this Emperor is in this Queen of Cups energy, which I think for some of you, if you're in this Empress energy, it's interesting. I feel like if you are in this energy, you do kind of want that Queen of Cups to come to you as opposed to, let's say, the Emperor. Same person, but, you know, you want me to light your fire, you know, Come towards me with a torch, man. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. But yeah, we're gonna leave it there until we meet again.